How are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Grimm from the Bug Out Boys, and welcome to another review. And this review is going to be about the Cold Steel Magnum Kukri Machete. You might recognize this guy from Season 1 and a good portion of Season 2 of the Bug Out Boys. This is what I was carrying and using a lot during that time. But why don't I bring you in closer so we can give this piece of gear a thorough look over. Well, as always, I will leave a link in the description so you can go to Cold Steel's website and check out all the technical specs of this particular machete. Moving on, this is how it comes to you: sheath and machete. I will make one caveat. On the back, I did mount this Blade Tech Molly clip. This is aftermarket. It does not come with it. One snap, you can get it out of the sheath, but there are two for ease. And there it is, your Magnum Kukri Machete. So let's talk about some of the positives. First, this is a working tool, and as such, you are going to bang it around. You're gonna chop wood, clear paths, maybe baton with it. You're gonna beat on it, and you're gonna beat it up. Well, if that particular tool is $300, $500, you might be hesitant. Oh, I don't want to scratch the blade of my very expensive tool. Well, at that point, it is just dead weight and taking up space in your bag. Luckily, that's not the case for this machete. It is very reasonably priced. So reasonable that you actually might buy two and have one as a backup. So to me, that's a major positive. I will not hesitate to use this, as clearly evident in my episodes. But don't think that because it's reasonably priced, it is not well made. You saw me use this extensively in Season 1 and parts of Season 2 of Bug Out Boys. And the coating is still doing very well. There's no cracks in the handle, chips in the blade for that matter, or cracks in the blade would be even worse. And if I can line that up for you very well, it's still straight and true. It is well made. It does its job. It takes a beating. It holds an edge decently, and it's very easy to resharpen again. So it's very well made, and it works, and that's important. So that's another positive. Third positive is the shape and size. This might be a little personal, it's my opinion, but I liked the Kukri design because you have the heavier end, so you get a nice good chop, good thunk chop when you're trying to chop wood with it, and you have a point, which I'll get to that in a bit, and the length. It's not one of those huge, long Amazon machetes that, might get in the way, but it's not too short that you can't get some really good leverage when chopping. I feel it's like a really nice in the middle size for a machete. Now, being a bug out boy or survivalist, whatever you want to call yourself, the equipment that you bring out should always have multiple uses. Now, of course, this is a chopper, it's a clearer, but it's also a weapon. This you can use as a weapon against somebody, and that's where, like I said, the point comes in. A lot of machetes or pangas or whatever, they don't have a point, so they're strictly a chopping weapon of some sort. Well, this one still has a point, ergo you can still thrust with it and do damage. So those are the positives of this particular machete. Now for some of the negatives of this particular machete. First of all, it's going to be the grip. Now I said I know I loved it because it's tough and strong, and I do, and I'm sticking with that. But doing a lot of chopping, all that shock is going through this great steel into this very tough handle and then straight into your hand. And from personal experience doing a lot of chopping, you get a little bit of grip fatigue as well as some hot spots in your hand. And this can be easily eliminated, more than likely by wrapping the grip with some leather, some paracord, or just simply wearing some work gloves. Now the rest of the negatives don't only apply to the machete, and that's a good thing. They apply to the sheath. Second negative, mounting options. Horrible. This one loop is the only way to carry, mount, wear this machete. It's just, you can't even, there's no snap or Velcro, so you have to undo your belt every time you want to put it on and off. And if you want to wear it on the left side, cross draw, like I do, the belt buckle doesn't fit through here very well, so that's just a pain. There's no holes anywhere on the rest of the sheath where you could maybe do some lashing with some paracord to keep it attached to your pack better, or maybe have something go around your leg to keep it from swinging and bopping into things while you're wearing it. Just mounting options are just abysmal, and that's why, as you could tell, I had to take matters into my own hands, and I put this onto the sheath, and this has really helped out to give me some more options. But negative, mounting options, carrying options, bad. And then finally, the shape and also the deployment of the machete. I'll show you right here. Get it in, you can take it in out with one sheath, put it in, you kind of have to go in here. Now if you are off a little bit, see if I can show this to you properly, see it, oh, and you're caught. And obviously not going to get in there, you're going to destroy your sheath. So you kind of have to, there's this sort of motion, row motion, or whatever. And getting it out, not a big deal. Getting it in, it's a bit of a pain. And then you're secure. I understand because of the shape of the blade that you can't do an even straight draw out of that. But that's because they contoured the sheath to the blade. And I really think they would have been better off just doing this, bring this line all the way up. It would have been thicker, but you could have sewed this up tight. You could have had, once again, those holes on both sides for mounting options. And then you could have done something fancy, like maybe a little Kydex lip here so you snap in, snap out, or just a simple snap of some sort, loop snap to hold this into place. And at least you could have just been able to easily draw and sheath this machete. Because at least with sheathing it, it's a two-hand operation, and that's a pain. And if you want to wear this on your back, or have it lashed to your pack and have it easily deployable, and then put it away, it's just forget about it. It's not going to happen. And so I think the sheath could have definitely used a lot of work. And sure, you may have a leather smith and he can make you a fancy sheath, but that's an added expense. And you'd have to decide if you want to do that. Obviously, I haven't done it yet, but that is what I think about this machete. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope I was able to tell you some of the pluses and minuses of this particular machete. If you did enjoy this review, please do subscribe, because there's going to be more reviews, bots, Pioneer preps, and of course, Bug Out Boy episodes along the way. And if you have any questions or comments about this particular machete or want to know about my experiences, don't hesitate to write down below. Until then, take care.